I just got done filming another video, so I thought, let's do another one. And this one is gonna be a whole book unboxing, but vlog style. So that means that every time I get a new book, I will show it. I won't do a big video of me talking. It will be different clips of different videos. You get it. So I got a package from Vinted. It's fantasy, no surprise, because I'm in a very big fantasy mood. So I got two books. So the first one I have is The Adventures of Amina Al-Serafi by Shannon Chakraborty. I know this one is about a female pirate, and I know she's also a mother, and she's quite older than most heroines we can have in fantasy books. So I like pirates, I like new takes on fantasy, especially with woman main character. So yeah, I got this one. And then the other one I got is The Sword Catcher by Cassandra Clare. I never read the Mortal Instruments. I seen the movie and I saw the first maybe 1 or 2 seasons of the show, but the incest trope always deterred me to read the books. And I know there are quite a few series and connected series, so yeah. So when I saw this book, when it came out, I was interested, and then I saw mid reviews. So I took it off my tablet, but then I saw it on Vinted, and when I unboxed the box, I didn't realize when I bought them that they were sprayed edges, so there you go. I think this one follows a few main characters, and there's like kingdom intrigues. I also know this one is quite diverse and very LGBTQ friendly, if I remember correctly, and I hope I'm right, because that's nice to have this kind of representation in books. So yeah, that's the two books I got today. I have two new books to show you. The first one is A Fate of Wrath and Flame by Kay Tucker. So this one I got to reread it. The first time I read it was on my tablet, on my Kindle, and it's about a woman who's in our world she's a thief, and then she wakes up in another world, and she wakes up in jail because she's accused of having killed the king and queen of the kingdom, and she falls in love with the prince. So yeah, I thought I would reread. Sorry, I just went up some stairs. I thought I would reread this book to see if I want to continue in the series. And then I realized in my TBR video I forgot to show a book, so I thought I would do it now since I bought it in November, so it's quite recent. It's One Dark Window by Rachel Gillig. This one started it on my tablet first, but I didn't like reading it on my tablet, so I decided to buy it when I was in Edinburgh in November. It's about, I think this is a YA series, and it's about a girl who has a monster in her head, and it's also with tarot cards or something like that, and it's apparently very gothic. A few days ago I had a really rough day at work, and it was also the day that Onyx Storm came out, so I was like, you know what, let's go to the bookstore, see if they have the book in stock. Predictably, they didn't have it, it was already sold out, it was the end of the day, so yeah, it's understandable. But I got another book, it's For She's Wrath, by Emily Varga. I know this one is like a conte. I'm gonna say it in French. Le Comte de Monte Cristo retelling, and it's about a girl or woman. I don't know if it's YA or adult, and she's been betrayed by her lover. The fact that there is a lover makes me think that it's an adult book, but I don't know. And she's been imprisoned, and now she seeks vengeance. So yeah. And it got beautiful sprayed edges. So yeah, that's the book for now. A few days have passed since the last clip. I have a few books to show you. I'm gonna start with this one, The Ones We Burn by Rebecca Mix, because I knew what it was about when I bought it. I got all three of them on Vinted. I knew what it was about, that's why I bought it. But now I kind of forgot, and I kind of like it that way, because I think I'm gonna do a reading vlog of reading books I forgot what they are about, and I want to keep it a surprise, so that's one. Another one I have is An Air Comes to Rise by Cici Peñaranda. I hope I pronounced it correctly. This one is about a young woman who's a human in a fey world, and she catches the attention of a night guard, and they realize that she has abilities. I don't know if they are magical abilities, but yeah. And the third one I have is Runbreaker by Victoria Eviard. But in this one, the world is coming to an end because somebody is trying to destroy it, and an immortal has come knocking at the door of the main character of the book, and they have to save the world. Another day, two new packages from Vinted. So the first one I got is Guild by Raven Kennedy. I know this one is about a woman who's like the prisoner of King Midas, and she's gold, and she tries to be free of him or something like that. I know this one is quite popular, and what made me not pick it up sooner is because I know there's quite a few essay scenes in the book, and it's one of my triggers. But I know that I will just skip the chapters when it's talked about. But I'm still interested to read it, but I will do that with caution. And the next one I got is Fairyborn by Claire Legrand. This one, it's written, two young women centuries apart hold the power to either save their world or doom it. So yeah, I feel like more than centuries, I think it's like 1,000 years apart. And you follow the story of one queen and one thief or something like that. I know a few clips ago I talked about a book that I didn't remember what it was about. And it's also the case for this one. It's Kakai by Vaishnavi Patel. I only know this one, it's about a woman who's a princess who turns into a queen and she found some power. But I think it's gonna be in the same reading vlog as the last book, The Ones We Burn, where I read books that I don't really know what they are about. I got these 5 novellas. They're all from the same series, but they're written by different authors, and they all have the same theme of like Stolen Bride. So the first one I have is Stolen Goblin Bride by Emma Ham. Then I have Stolen Magic Bride by Sylvia Mercedes. Stolen Midsummer Bride by Tara Grace. Stolen Ice Bride by Angela G. Ford. And Stolen Mayfly Bride by Sarah K.L. Wilson. I know in this series there are like 8 books, so I'm missing 3 of them. And I think I'm gonna do a reading vlog of all 8 of them. So I got these 5, of course, on Vinted, but the other 3 I'm gonna read it on my Kindle. But I think I'm gonna read the 8 of them and then rank them. I received a few days ago this book, which is Lady of Darkness by Melissa Kerori. I tried reading this one on my tablet like a few weeks or like a month ago, but I was in a really deep reading slump, so I DNF'd it quite quickly, but I really want to give it another shot, and I found it on Vinted for very cheap, so that's why I got it. I have 3 new books to show you. So the first one I got is Out of the Woods by Anna Bonham Young. I really liked Out on a Limb. I have it on my bookshelf here. And this one is like a companion novel for this book, and I'm really excited to read this one. Then I got A Far Wilder Magic by Alison Saft. I think I read at least one of her book, like A Fragile Enchantment or something like that. Didn't really like it because I'm a very character-driven person in my stories, and in this story I felt nothing for the characters. But in this one, I think it's YA, there's a guy and a girl teaming up to kill a creature, and they win something if they kill the creature. So yeah. And then the next one I have is very out of my comfort zone for me, because it's a book written by a man. One thing about me is that I never read books written by men. I don't like, especially fantasy, because the few I have read, the women are really badly portrayed, and I really hate it, and I read for escapism, and if I read about women getting essayed or talked like they are objects, I'm like, no. So that's why I never read books written by men. But like I said in my previous video, I want to step out of my comfort zone, so I'm gonna try again, and that's why I got The Justice of Kings by Richard Swan. In this one, it's about an empress justice who is a detective, judge, and executioner all in one. I think I'm gonna stop the video here, but I have 3 books left to show you. So I got all 3 in the same package from Vinted. And long story short, I tried to buy this book particularly before, and it was a package of 8 books, but the package got lost. It's kind of a running theme at the moment for me, my packages getting lost. But yeah, I wanted to buy Her Majesty Royal Coven by Juno Dawson. I know this one is about a coven of witches who works with the Queen of England at some point. And I think it's kind of humoristic also. So yeah, I know there's a lot of characters in the book, but yeah, I was interested in it. Then I got a book that I DNF'd twice, but yet again, it's a book I really want to like. And it's If We Were Villains by ML Rio. I really want to like it because I love Shakespeare. I love anything about Shakespeare. But I always try to read it on my tablet. So maybe this time, having it physically will help me to finish it. And then the last book I have is The Bone Shard Daughter by Andrea Stewart. And it's about a daughter of a king, and she has to prove herself because he doesn't want her to be legitimate or something like that. So yeah, that's the end of the haul. I think I haven't edited the video yet, so I don't know if it's a long video or not. But I liked doing little clips here and there because I didn't have to film everything and know everything about every book at the same time. So yeah, that's the end of the video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!